explain the feeling or the emotion you go through when you learn that it's the 8th pick?
Well, you know, as the numbers are being revealed or the picks are being revealed, your heart starts racing a little bit. Unfortunately, I've been here a few times. I think we all, at some point, if you've been here long enough, you're going to be in this room. But, you know, the process itself is a little nerve-wracking. You know, it's interesting that someone in the back room has known for a good hour, a solid hour before it's actually revealed on stage. But, you know, the biggest fear is moving back. And in this case, we did not move back. It's got to be considered a success in that regard. And then you look at some of the circumstances that affect the order of the draft. And, you know, number one goes to a Western Conference team. You've got Brooklyn, who would have kept a pick if they moved into the top 3. They're now out. We're all in the same boat, you know, in terms of this building process and working with our flexibility and looking to get better. But, you know, the way things worked out today, we didn't take anything, you know, we didn't take a step backward, which is important. And it gives us now a chance to kind of zero in on that 8th selection. We've got a better idea of what that pool looks like as opposed to moving back and having a little bit wider range of players to look at. So I'd say all in all, we did move up, and, you know, that would have been great, you know, if that had happened. But not moving back has got to be considered successful here.
Can you talk about, now that you know exactly where you stand in the draft, what is the next step in the process before draft night, what you need to do evaluating and getting there?
Well, we've been working, obviously, all season long looking at this draft class. But more recently, in the last 3 to 4 weeks, spent a lot of time like zeroing in on players, seeing them work out individually in more casual settings, less competitive settings. But now that this order has been determined, things open up a little bit with regard to the actual scheduling of workouts. So we're going to be putting some names on the board very quickly after obviously all these conversations have been taking place with the agents of the players. We're going to now have these players in and have a better feel for, you know, what they're like in terms of that personal contact with them, a chance to sit down and talk to them and deal with them on a different level than just watching them from afar. So things are going to get busy, obviously, in the next 4 to 5 weeks. And, you know, as we prepare not only for the draft, but also for free agency with all the different machinations that we talk about. You've got trade scenarios that we're contemplating, you've got the draft scenarios that we're contemplating, and now you have, you know, free agency to try to supplement or complement what you've done with the previous 2. So it's a busy time. This is the best time of year for, you know, people in my position and personnel types, and, you know, this is the real interesting aspect of what we do. It's you know, the debates in the war room, you know, talking about players, walking in and out of gyms, watching different things, having different emotions about those things. You know, the nerves start to pick up a little bit every day, but you know, the next 30 days are going to be interesting, to say the least.
I just want to ask you one question about the lottery itself as an event, and we saw you in Secaucus in 2006 when you won the #1 pick. Talk about how this event itself has grown as a big-time NBA event.
Well, it's a big-time NBA event, especially when you got certain players on the board like this year. When you look at, you know, the order and the structure of the event itself, I do think that maybe we can, you know, start to look at ways to tweak the process, whether it's tweaking the lottery itself and maybe not basing the odds on position of your record. Maybe it's number of wins. Maybe there's some kind of because number 1 through number let's say 10 this year, we're separated by so few games that one game here, one game there could make a difference. And I think that leads to the anticipation or the criticism that teams are tanking to get to a better position in terms of the odds of winning the lottery. So I do think we need, as a league, we need to address that. Because it's not fair to, you know, season seed holders. I've got to give Dwayne absolute credit the way he handled this season. He would not let our players lay down. He would not in any way, shape, or form go in and coach to lose. He coached to win every game, and, you know, I think we grew because of that process. That was part of the culture change, and that was part of the shift there. And it's telling to see also how guys compete. So I would say that this process it's a great process. It's a great show. Somebody walked out of here very happy tonight. The fortunes of a franchise have changed in a significant way, and that's good television and good theater. But we probably need to find a way to balance it out a little bit, where maybe there's just a new process or a tweak to the process.